Hi everyone, warm welcome you all. Friends, today's video is related to characteristics of metaphysical poetry. In our earlier video, we have discussed the what is metaphysical poetry and the elements of metaphysical poetry in our previous video. You will get the link of the first part of the video of metaphysical poetry in the description box. Check out there. I have mentioned the link there. And also friends, subscribe this channel if you are visiting first time and check the other videos of the English literature on this channel English Zone. Yes friends, in this video we will discuss the key factors and important characteristics with the poetic lines of the metaphysical poetry here in this video. So without wasting any time, let's move on to the topic. First, we will discuss the first characteristic of metaphysical poetry, which is brevity. Brevity in metaphysical poetry. Yes, friends, brevity means to say something in a very concise way or in a very brief way. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ब्रेविटी. ब्रेविटी का मतलब होता है किसी चीज को बहुत संक्षिप्त में या बहुत थोड़े से शब्दों में कह देना. एंड दिस वाज द important quality of the poets of metaphysical poetry. And metaphysical poetry is considered to be highly terse and concise in history of poetry. Yes friends, this was the metaphysical poets. They are regarded as the poet of the history of English literature or history of poetry. They say their words or they express their feelings in a very brief word. These poems are brief and short in length. Every line conveys a lot of meaning in very few words. Yes, that word has a larger meaning and they imparts a kind of message that cannot be possible to say in a very brief word or in a very few words. Metaphysical is poetry like the essays of Bacon. Yes friend, Bacon is also Francis Bacon, also regarded as the essayist who says their words in a very brief words, who express his thoughts in his essays in a very brief words and concise in the history of English literature. This is the lines from John Donne's poetry, and this is taken from the Triple Fool by John Donne. This is the poetry composition of the John Donne. He said here, "I am two fools, I know, for loving and for saying in winning poetry." वो यहाँ पे बात कर रहा है कि that he said lots of things in this few lines or in these two lines. I am two fools. He said that I am two fool means I have been made two times fool. I know for loving. Yes, he knows that for loving a lady who is not loving me or who is not genuine to me, and for saying, and yes, on saying the same thing that yes, I have loved this lady and I have composing this poetry. That's why I am two fool. He said this word. This is the meaning that conveys in a very few words a lot of things that he was betrayed in his love affair. That's what it was, the full meaning of the brevity in a metaphysical poetry. Next we will discuss the aphorism in metaphysical poetry. This is the another characteristic of metaphysical poetry. Aphorism is also a kind of things to like proverb maxims used in a sentence or used in a poetry, and lots of maxim and proverbs used in the way of the metaphysical poetry. बहुत सी कहावतों के रूप में यहाँ पे डिस्क्रिप्शन मिलता है या पोएटिक क्रिएशंस में. जो मेटाफिजिकल स्कूल्स के पोएट्स हुआ करते थे, मेटाफिजिकल पोएटिक जो पोएट्स हुआ करते थे, उन्होंने बहुत सी कहावतों के ऊपर है, बहुत से ऐसे वर्ड्स जो आज के टाइम पे कहावतों के रूप में फेमस हुए हैं. Epigrammatic quality is another aspects of metaphysical poetry. Their poetry is a vast collection of maxims and sayings. Yes, उनके जो पोइट्री हुआ करते थे वो उनमें बहुत ज़्यादा मैक्सिम एंड सेइंग्स का बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्क्रिप्शन मिलता था. Donne is the pioneer in this regard, and John Donne was one of the greatest poet of the metaphysical school of poetry. His poetry is replete with numerous maxims, epigrammatic lines, and this was the line from the Donne's poetry. This was the poetic composition of Donne. Go and catch a falling star. That was the composition of John Donne. He said, and swear, nowhere leaves a woman true and fair. This is the line which is famous in the way of maxim or saying by John Donne. He said that I can swear that there is a no woman in this world who is true and who is also true and fair at the same time. He said this word in his poetic composition, Go Edge and Catch a Falling Star. Another characteristic of metaphysical poetry we have obscurity in metaphysical poetry. Obscurity means the think of highly intellectual words or highly intellectual thinking knowledge used in poetry or used in some literary lines or some literary works, that is called obscurity. जो कि ज़्यादा जल्दी से आसानी से समझ में नहीं आती हैं जब चीज़ें, that is called obscure. Metaphysical poetry is considered highly ambiguous and obscure due to high intellect and knowledge of the metaphysical poet. Yes, friends, metaphysical poets regarded as the intellectual persons, intellectual personalities, and they have knowledge of intellect, high intellectual knowledge. That's why their poetic works, their poetry is full of ambiguous things and obscurity. Their poetry is greatly challenging to understand at first reading. Yes, it was very difficult to understand the metaphysical poets poetic works in a very first attempt. It need concentration, attention, and also to understand what is the meaning of the words used by the metaphysical poets. Ben Jonson's view about the future of John Donne, he had said something about John Donne. His popularity would not live longer because of his inability to reveal himself to the readers openly. This was said by Ben Jonson about John Donne, that John Donne was not would have not been live longer, or his popularity was not lived longer because he had used such words which was not uh, able to understand at the mind of the readers who are reading his poetry, as we compare to the Shakespeare or Wordsworth or Coleridge or other poets of the world of literature. John Donne is something he had used obscure words or he has used some words or his poetry words that was not easily understandable to the readers who are attempting it first times. Next, we have wit in metaphysical poetry. This is the another important characteristics of metaphysical poetry. Wit is the word expression of the idea or thought to use technical or words that should be used in a various figure of speech. This is the word called wit. Wit means जो आप एक्सप्रेशन अपने करते हो, अपने थॉट्स का एक्सप्रेशन करते हो, अपने आइडियाज को जब एक्सप्रेस करते हो, टू यूज सच वर्ड्स विच आर वेरी टेक्निकल, and this is the thing used by the metaphysical poets in his poetry, and such manners are provide pleasures to the reader, and that witty remarks or witty things, witty poetic creation style gives pleasure to the readers. John Donne is called the monarch of wit in the history of metaphysical poetry. Yes, friend, this is all very important. Who is called the monarch of wit? That is John Donne. He is regarded or he is called as the monarch of wit in the history of metaphysical poetry. Pope rightly remarked about him. Alexander Pope had said about John Donne, Donne had no imagination but as much wit, I think, as any writer can possibly have. Yes, this was said by Alexander Pope. He said that John Donne had no kind of imagination as the poet requires to compose a poetry, but he had wit. He had wit, and he used that wit in his poetry very brilliantly. That made him the one of the best poet of the metaphysical poetry and also the world of English literature. John Donne's poetry of wit, we have the example here. All that is lovable is wonderful. The mistress is wonderful. Therefore, the mistress is livable. This is the word witty remark or witty poetic lines of the John Donne. He has written this or composes these lines in the elegy second anagram by John Donne. Friends, now we will discuss another important characteristics which is very important, metaphysical conceits. Yes, friends, conceits is the word or meaning. It means to compare something or two things which are which are not of the same nature, they are two different things, and to compare that things is called conceits. And this is very important feature of the metaphysical poetry used by the poets of this school. That is a second that is conceits is a far-fetched comparison. It is like a metaphor of two dissimilar things which have very little in common, or they have no things to compare, but they are compared. That is in the metaphysical poetry. Abraham Cowley, in his poem The Mistress, compare his love for ladies to his habit of traveling in various countries of the world. This is something which is not compared to love a lady. That is compare something like a rose, like a, another thing, or imagination that should be involved in the comparison. But he compared the love for his lady as the habit of traveling various country of the world in his poem The Mistress. This is the poem by Abraham Cowley, who was the metaphysical poet. And he has said, hast thou not found each other women breast, the land where thou has traveled, either by savage possessed or wild and inhabited. This is the line from The Mistress by Abraham Cowley. This is the poetic composition. And next we have platonic love. This is also very important key point of metaphysical poetry. Platonic love is another feature of metaphysical poetry, and platonic love means spiritual love that is not related to the physical love, because here in this genre, in this poetic genre or metaphysical school of poets, they use platonic love to express their love for a lady which is free from elements of physical love. John Donne is famous for treating spiritual love in his poem, The Canonization. He provides an evidence of platonic love in his poetry. Yes, there was no kind of vulgarity, there was no kind of physical elements or physical love involved in the poetic works of the, or in the poetry of the love poems of the metaphysical poets. He said in his canonization, but he who loved loveliness within had found all outward loads, for he who color love and skin love but the oldest cloth. This is the poem by the John Donne, and he also used this is the poem lines taken from the undertaking by John Donne, and he has in his poem canonization provides the platonic love in his poetry. So friends, here in this video we have discussed some important key points and important characteristics features of the metaphysical poetry, like wit used by the poets, aphorism, conceits, and also uh, like we have platonic love. They all are the important points and important characteristics of the metaphysical poetry. And friends, later in our next video we will discuss the important poets of the metaphysical poetry. Please stay connected with English Zone for the important videos of English literature. And if you have any suggestion, please inbox me or comment. You can give your suggestion in your comment section. Till then, keep watching English Zone. Thank you very much for watching this.